Hello everyone, welcome to my channel and welcome to another question on algebra. And in this one we are to determine the integral values of x which satisfy the following inequality, that inequality there. Now we are to work out integral values of x, in other words which integers satisfy this inequality. So the approach is as follows. So we have our solution or answer. We are looking at 2 over x minus 1, and this is greater than or equal to 1. When you are solving inequalities where the unknown is in the denominator, you must first of all work out what we call the implicit restriction. So implicit restriction. The implicit restriction is that the denominator must never be equal to 0. That means x must never be equal to 1. If you solve that, you will get that expression. X must never be equal to 1. And therefore now next, looking at the denominator there, that expression can be negative. For some values of x, it will be negative. And to prevent that from being negative, this expression, we square it and then multiply both sides. Remember, if this is not equal to 0, when you square it, it will always be positive. That means I don't have to change the inequality sign. So my next step then, after implicit restriction, would be to say that now I have x minus 1, I square it, and then I multiply by 2 over x minus 1. And then I say this is the same as 1 multiplied by x minus 1 squared. Square the denominator, multiply both sides. Now notice that this cancels 1 there. And on the left, what do you have? You have 2 times x minus 1. On the right, what do you have? You have that expression, which simplifies to x squared minus 2x plus 1 if you remove the brackets. Remove brackets on the left or distribute the 2. 2x minus 2 will be greater than or equal to x squared minus 2x plus 1. Now be careful how you solve inequalities. They are not handled the same way that you handle equations directly. In this case, we're going to now take all these expressions to the left, or subtract x squared for both sides, add 2x on both sides, subtract 1. So what you're going to obtain is the following. You're going to obtain minus x squared plus 2x, this one, plus 2x, that one. Remember, adding that on the right, it cancels. And then you have minus 2, and then we're going to say minus 1. Now what you have on the right hand side is 0. In other words, take these expressions to the left. This becomes minus, that becomes plus, and that becomes minus. But already you have 2x minus 2, which is this expression here. Now we have to simplify this inequality and carry on as follows. So simplifying that inequality, what we obtain is the following. Remember, don't lose track of the fact that we're looking for integral values of x which satisfy the inequality. So simplifying that inequality, we have minus x squared plus 4x minus 3 greater than or equal to 0. When you're solving inequalities, make sure the term containing x squared, especially for quadratic inequalities, must always be positive. So multiply by minus 1 throughout. That sign changes to positive x squared. That sign changes to minus 4x. That sign changes to positive 3. And the inequality sign must change. Some students ask me, why is that the case? Well, minus 7 is less than 1. When I multiply by minus 1 throughout, the minus 7 becomes 7. The 1 becomes minus 1. I cannot keep that inequality sign. Now I must say this. Because the smaller becomes bigger, the bigger becomes smaller. And therefore the inequality sign must reverse when you're multiplying or dividing by a negative number. So that's what we have. Now factorizing this, which you know by now, it's just x in this case minus 1 and then x minus 3 less than or equal to 0. We work out what we call critical values. Critical values are obtained by equating these to 0. So x minus 1 equals 0. The other one is x minus 3 equals 0. That gives you x equals 1 and that gives you x equals 3. Remember, I use sign table here. Sign table. So the sign table says I have two expressions, x minus 1. The other one is x minus 3. and then I have the product, x minus 1, x minus 3. The sign table says we must have the signs only there. Right. Critical values. The first critical value, I'm going to have it here, which is 1, the smaller of the two. Remember, this is your x-axis. The next critical value, let me have it here. What is it? It is 3. Now, these little circles I have here, one has to be open, the other one has to be closed. Let's check which one must be closed. At 3, we must have it closed. Why? Because inequality sign is inclusive. At 1, it must remain open because of the implicit restriction. X can never be equal to 1. So we must keep it open there. Now let's put in the numbers to determine the signs of the table. Pick a number to the left of 1. Let's say 0. If you put 0 here and there, put 0 here to be negative. Remember, we only put the signs there. Put 0 here, it also be negative. Negative times negative is positive. Why? Because we're multiplying here. A number between 1 and 3 is 2. Put 2 there, it will be positive. Put 2 there, it will be negative. When you multiply these 2, you get minus. A number to the right hand side of 3, you can pick 5, 7, whatever number you pick. If you put here and there, both of them are positive. And when you multiply, the answer is positive. What are you interested in? You are interested in 0 or negative product. So you are in that interval there. So we're saying x must be in the interval, watch, round bracket 1, all the way to 3, close bracket. And it has to be a square bracket. Let's write this one on a real number line so you can see what we're saying. So now we're saying that that solution can be presented as follows. There's your x-axis. We're interested in from 1 up to 3. Notice there's a number 2 in between there. Since we're interested in integral values, open circle, close circle there. And the two integers that satisfy this inequality are just 2 and 3. So therefore, we are saying x is equal to 2 or 3. Remember, the question says, determine integral values of x which satisfy the inequality that. There is a question. Determine the integral values of x which satisfy the following inequality. This one. There are only 2, and it's a 2 and a 3. 1 doesn't because of implicit restriction. Remember, if x equals 1, you're going to have 0 in the denominator, and 2 over 0 is undefined. So 1 is prohibited by the implicit restriction. All right, tell me what you think about this. I'll be interested to hear from you. See you next time.